What is going on, guys? My name is Axie and welcome to our Sheffield Wednesday Road to Glory career mode. I'm going to be running this at the same time as our Milan career mode, but this is going to be more of a long-term one as we start starting off in the Championship, and then hopefully we're going to work our way up to the top 4 of the Premier League and maybe even Champions League football. Now, that hasn't happened for a while for Sheffield. They were the first team to win the They were first team to win the Premier League, but it wasn't called the Premier League back then. I think that's it. I'm not too sure on my history. I'll brush up for the next one. But yeah, this is going to be our Road to Glory with Sheffield Wednesday. And I have been doing some scouting. Now, we all know that England, the national team, haven't been doing that great. So my aim for this series is to get Sheffield back into the Premier League primarily. But I'm going to mainly be buying English players, English young players, to try and get the English national team back going. And do something, because they do have the talent there, but they're just, I don't know, they don't seem to be able to work with it. I'm just going to look at the team. I am going to be staying with the 4-4-2, but I'm going to customize it a bit to the way I like to play. And we're going to try and play fast flowing football. I mean, I know the Championship, you get your legs broken every second week and stuff like that, but I'm going to try and bring some flair to the Championship, maybe. I think that's how I'm going to say it. And as I said, I'm going to be continuing the Milan career mode, but this is going to be, I think this is going to be more of a central focus. Alex Lopez is my favourite player on this team. I've played a couple of matches just like warm up with them and see who's good and what's what. And Alex Lopez is a bit of a god. This transfer window, I'm not going to be able to buy too many players. I'm going to start off at cheap, and I don't know if I'll get promoted this season, as the Championship is a very competitive competition. And there's going to be lots of teams with big name players, whereas we're going to be buying younger players and training them up. So I'm not sure if we're going to get very far this season, but by the time our younger players start growing and gaining potential, we will be challenging. And we'll be one of them. We'll do a Leicester, basically. We're going to do a Leicester with this team. So this is going to be my default formation / starting lineup for now until we start bringing players in. I'm going to have Forestieri as a centre forward as opposed to a striker, and I'm going to have João up front as my main striking attacking threat. I've got McGeady on the right, obviously because I'm Irish and McGeady is just a king. We've got Lopez here in the kind of the playmaker role. We've got Hutchinson in the defending midfielders role. We've got Mateus, who is, Jesus Christ, he's 77 overall. You're just going to score a few goals, Mateus. We have our back four. That's pretty normal, I think, for you Sheffield Wednesday fans. And Westwood, another Irish guy. Now, if there is any Sheffield Wednesday fans watching this, I'd like you to comment down below and tell me what you think of me doing this career mode and what players I should keep and who I shouldn't. I mean, I'm going to go through the transfers fairly lively, but I'd like to know your opinions anyway. So I'm not entirely sure what positions we need to fill yet. I haven't looked yet, but I have put out a short list of young players that I would like to get into any position, so we're basically sorted for any position. Now bear in mind this short list is just for this season. I'll be updating it again for next season because I'm going to make this maybe a 3-season series, 3 or 4 seasons. I want to be in the top half of the Premier League by season 3 at least. All these players are in their teens basically, apart from a couple that I want to get on pre-contracts. A right back, we've James Bree and Adam Henley. I don't think I need a right back, but these are just for next season maybe. Dan Burn, I want to get him on a pre-contract. Stephen Taylor, I might get him on a pre-contract. And John Terry's another fella. Rico Henry, I want to sign as soon as possible for left back. Ben Chilwell, he might be coming into the club as well. Harrison Reed is a player I want to get in. Maitland-Niles is on loan from Arsenal, but I want to get him for next season, so I'll have to wait for that next season, but he will be coming into the club. Duncan Watmore, I'm not too sure about yet. I want to scout him more and see what his stats are like. Ryan Ledson's a player that's on loan from Everton. Daniel Crowley, I want to try and get into the club. Matthew Grimes, George Evans are 2 players that are the same as Daniel Crowley. I want to get them into the club if I need them. I'm not entirely sure yet. Tom Carroll is another player I want to get in on pre-contract, as he could be a good deep line playmaker for us, possibly. Darren Gibson, I might get him in on a pre-contract. Nathan Adua is supposed to be an absolute beast on that left-hand side, and he grows by loads as well. So he's potentially a player that we'll get in the next coming weeks. Shea Ojo is a possible player. Andre Green is another player, but he's only 16, so I might give it maybe till January or next season to buy him. Now, I'm not sure how we are for cams, but Casey Palmer and Jack Hesketh are 2 players that I could be looking at if we need that position filled. Lookman is a player that will just run all day at about 100 miles an hour. Mason Bennett is a player that if he's in the box, he can get his head to it. Chuba Akpom, we all know him as Arsenal. And if he plays for Arsenal, then that means he must be half decent, doesn't it? Robbie Keane is the Irish legend whose contract expires at LA Galaxy, so we might be able to get him back. If we do get promoted, then we'll be try and sign all of these players on pre-contracts, as we are going to need a bit of an extra oomph. If we get promoted, these young players mightn't be able to handle it themselves, so we're going to need some better quality players, I guess. I mean, I know he's 34, but he could come in for a season just while we acclimatise to the top level. And that is my shortlist, guys. So I'm just going to go and check out our team and see what kind of positions we need to fill, and then I'll start making offers. Right, so here's how we're looking. We have 4 goalkeepers, so I've decided to transfer list Dawson. A goalkeeper is going to be something I'm going to need to look at for next season, because as you can see, the only decent one we have is Westwood, and then the other 2 are just basically complete shit. We're going to need a centre back, as we do have 4. Turner's loaned in. I prefer to have 5 centre backs just to be on the safe side, and Turner's loaned in, so we're going to have to buy a new one next season anyway. So yeah, centre back's going to be on our list. Maybe a left-sided one, I think. I want to send Bennett back so I can get in Henry, and then we'll have 2 left backs, and that'll do us. I'm alright with Heelan being here. We've Hunt and Palmer at right back, so we're okay for right back, and Vermaelen will come back next season. As far as I can see, we're okay in the midfield. I've transfer listed Mello and Semedo. I've kept Hutchinson, Lee, Bannon, Lopez and McGugan. Cam might be a position that we want to bring in one player just to strengthen things up there. We've got loads of wingers, but no very good wingers. Sugu and Wallace are 2 players that I don't want, but they've just joined the club, so I'm going to have to keep them for this season. McGeady's a player that I want to keep, but he's loaned in, so that's a bit fucked up. Stobbs is going to go because he's no face, and that upsets my OCD. Mateus is going to be our star man, more than likely. So we're going to maybe bring in a left winger. And I'll figure something out with these midfielders. Let me down in the comments section maybe. And a striker might be something. Either a striker or another Cam will do us, I think, because we are going to be playing a 4-4-2, but one of those strikers is going to be a centre forward, so he's not going to be an out and out goal scorer. He's going to be a playmaker kind of. So yes, I will get back to you now in a second when I start sending offers in for players. Alright guys, so I haven't actually gotten the chance to put in any offers because I don't know how much to offer them in prices. I'm waiting for those scout reports to come back. But in the meantime, I am going to be playing this pre-season tournament just so it breaks up the transfers and negotiations and all that. So I'm going to be playing these matches. This is going to be the lineup that I'm going to be going with. As I said, the 4-4-2. That I haven't made any changes. I'm just going to go with our first team and see how we play for this first match. We are playing Konyaspor, a team from Turkey. I don't know much about them. I don't know if they have any players that can really hurt us. Hopefully we can just do our own thing and put in a couple of goals for our first match of this career mode. Konyaspor on the attack. Hutchinson cuts that up though. He's high defensive work rates and medium attacking. McGeady there just makes a fool of your man and turns him inside out. Hunt is going to see McGeady, and McGeady's just not going to touch that at all. He's going to let it run on. Mateus on that left side, he's kind of cut in a bit and given space for Bennett to run up. Mateus is going to run on, but the pass is not that good from Bennett. McGeady is going to have a run. McGeady is one of my favourite wingers to use in this game, so I could consider buying him back next season after his loan expires. Only thing that puts me off about him is he's got high-low work rates. He's got high attacking and low defensive, and that's not really that good, as I do like my wingers to come back and defend most of the time. I have my wingers on stay wide to that was a shit pass. I have my wingers left on stay wide to provide some width, so hopefully that'll stretch out the defense and create gaps for João and Forestieri to be running through. But that hasn't happened yet. João, I see McGeady there. He's getting loads of space there by himself. McGeady's left footed, so if I can cut in onto it, he can, kind of. No, he can't. He gets stuffed out. McGeady's going to take that throw, and Hunt is going to hopefully take it around his man. He's going to win a corner. Couldn't get the cross in, but he gets the corner, so that is okay for us. Into the box. João's head is there, but the keeper's fist gets there first. Bennett doesn't know what to do with himself. He's just going to run for the corner and hope that something happens. That's Alex Lopez going to go for the strike from range straight into the keeper's hands. I really like Lopez. He's my favorite player so far, I think. I just want him to sit on the edge of the box. Whenever he gets to just ping them. That's my vision for Lopez. There. Oh, that was. See what I mean? I was about to be it there, but we just couldn't get the shot off. That's half time. It's nil each. It's kind of a boring first half. We'll get into ourselves eventually. Only change I'm going to make at halftime is bring on Kieran Lee for Sam Hutchinson, and I'm going to put Lopez into that deep lying role and let Lee run around a bit. As I think Lopez, he's good at pinging passes. He's not really the player to run around. And I wanted him to run around and get up further, but I think he plays better as a defensive midfielder as opposed to an attacking one, even though he's going to be scoring goals and shooting from far and, you know, that kind of a thing. That is, Joe is released from a nice pass from Alex Lopez. That's what I mean. If he can just get the ball. I didn't mean to shoot that. Oh, I should have passed that. Fuck. That was my bad. I'm getting greedy whenever I see Alex Lopez's name over the player. I just think I'm gonna ping this, and that's why I'm afraid that I might ruin this player if I just keep doing that. That was a bad pass. João sees your man running through. Forestieri couldn't get to it. I think it was Forestieri. Mateus hasn't been doing much. As for my highest rated player, he's hanging back, and that's not really what we want him to do. So I might have to think about putting him into the centre forward role. That shouldn't have been a foul. He's just a put. Yeah, I might have to think about putting Mateus into that centre forward role and taking off Forestieri, or putting Forestieri onto the left wing. That's something to think about, I think. That's Lopez. Oh, he's done that. Forestieri here. Forestieri sees Mateus, who's running down the line. Mateus, can he get us something in? Can he do something with it? I want to just cross it, but I want to keep it up. Bennett's going to swing one in straight into the keeper's hands. That wasn't that great. As I was saying a second ago, I am going to be bringing off Forestieri, putting Mateus into the centre forward role, and putting on Barry Bannon into the left midfielder's role. Joe cuts that out. Now can we counter? This is Said McGeady. McGeady's going to go outside him. Oh, that was a foul. That was yellow card, mate. I'd nearly give the fucker a red just because we were going to score there. Joe is picked out by Barry Bannon and his ginger head. Bannon gives it back to Joe. Joe keeps it. Now, I want to cross it, but there's nobody cross it because Joe is out here. So that is, this is Lee. Lee to Joe. Joe's going to cut inside. Lee's going to bang one. Fucking hell, straight into the keeper's hands. 80 minutes, still 0-0. Now, Joe, start running. Oh, no, they had another. Oh, fuck, that was a good pass. Bannon is just a fucking hobbit, mate, when you start running. Okay, that match has ended 0-0. We showed some good parts. We didn't really show anything negative. We were mainly positive. We just had to work on it. Okay, so in our whole team, we've only 2 promising players. So that makes me sad. It's gonna be a long series. Right, so that is gonna be our training sessions for Lees and Joe. Both of them doing quite well. Apart from Lees in that F, but you know, he's a centre back and he was doing key possession, so he'll improve. I'll put in an offer of 200k for Rico Henry just because I want to get the ball rolling on that deal. Another player that I'm interested in getting is Nathan Adua, and I'll put another 200 bid in for him, and we'll see. I just want to see what kind of reactions we get and if that's anything in the region of what they would accept. He has several years remaining. They want about, I give you 610. Oh, that's just not. Nope. 610. How's that? I'll give you that much. I want to bolster our squad, but I want to keep money for Tom Carroll and for our centre back Dan Byrne. Those are 2 players that I definitely want to get into the team for next season. Put in an offer for Andre Green just because we'll see what we can try and get him for. Give them 200k as well as what I did for the other players. And I will leave that to see what they want to say back to me, and yeah, we'll see how we go from there. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to play this match in the next episode and do more transfer business. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you do and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching my first episode of our Sheffield Wednesday career mode, and I will see you in episode number 2.